Plaintiff Stephen Bowen has 3 children with the defendant, and he claims their 2 youngest were born with crack cocaine in their system. Stephen says as a result of the defendant's drug addiction, he got full custody of the children, and he's suing his ex today for child support. Defendant Carolyn Smith admits she was a crack addict, and that 2 of her children were born with crack in their systems. But she claims she turned to drugs because she had a miscarriage, and Stephen wasn't there for her. Carolyn insists she pays child support every week.
Tell me what's happening.
I want to say I'm here today. I want Miss Smith to step up and help me be a father, parent to our kids. I've been knowing her for over 30 years. We've been in a relationship like 15 years together, on and off. We had 3 kids together. And after my first child was born, Miss Smith started changing and stuff. I started finding little things.
When was that?
In 2000.
2000, you start finding what?
Miss Smith started changing. We was living together and the bills wasn't getting paid, and little arguments starting to lead up to little altercations with us. And one day I come home to the apartment and she was had the change on the door. So I goes in there and she was getting violent. She got a little violent streak in her. And I'm like, open the door, unlock the door. She wouldn't let me unlock the door. So I pushed the change in, came in the house, and she was in there with her uncle. They was doing crack cocaine.
No, we wasn't. No, we wasn't. So stop lying.
What were y'all doing?
We was just sitting there talking. He haven't came over and seen me in a long time, so he came over to visit, you know, because he went to a friend's house down the street or whatever, and he stopped by and visited me.
But Judge, when I first walked in,
I had put you out, so don't even go there. And you had another key made.
Ma'am, let him finish. Go ahead.
When I came through the door, Judge, and she forgot, she hit me over the head with a bat and busted my head.
Of course I would.
And I had to go to the hospital.
If you don't supposed to have no key, how you think you supposed to get in the house? And I'm thinking you're a burglar coming in. You ain't got no key. You had another key made. Don't start. Please don't start.
Oh, I was at the door.
Please do not start.
So
what else you want me to know?
Besides, we was trying to work out our relationship, trying to get stuff together, and so we had 2 more kids after that, and they came out cocaine positive.
Ma'am, that true?
Yes, that is true, but the reason why is because of him. He ain't good and perfect either. You know, he got flaws. And I had a miscarriage and he wasn't there for me in 1999. So the best way I know how to deal with it, I got on drugs. Yes, I was on drugs. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm 5 years clean. You know, so all that other stuff he talking about.
What other stuff?
About me smoking crack when we had a house together and all that? No, not then. No, we wasn't. I was not.
You didn't smoke it in 2000?
No.
When did you start smoking?
In 2002.
I thought you said 99 when you had the miscarriage is when you started.
I did start it then, but I stopped.
Go ahead, sir. What else you want me to know?
But Judge, I have got custody.
Yes, I stopped.
I heard you, ma'am. I got you.
And then I started back in 2002 because of him.
I got your point. Go ahead.
Judge, I got custody of all the kids. She thought I couldn't raise the kids.
No, you got custody of the kids.
Let me allow you to give your background. What is it you want me to know?
Well, we've been knowing each other for 30 years. And on and off, within a relationship about 15 years. And we've been doing good. I had 3 prior kids before I got in a relationship with him. And we were doing good, you know, until I had the miscarriage, you know, in 1999. We went on a trip on a family vacation and came back. I didn't know I was pregnant and I had a miscarriage. And for about 3 to 6 months, I was just not in the right state of mind, you know, and I didn't have nobody to talk to. He wouldn't talk to me or none of that. So I started going out, venturing and doing different things and got into the drug mode, you know. And he didn't ever know that I was doing it because I kept it, you know, secret, you know. And then in 2005, I had another baby by him. And it was cocaine positive.
So you had continued to smoke crack after 2002?
Right, until 2005.
And what year did you become full custodian of the children?
After the kids was born, you know, after they did the test after the kids was born.
05?
Yes, and after that, they would have tucked the kids. I'm like, no, you're not taking my kids. I stepped up and just took care of all of them.
Your 3 or her 3 as well?
Either. Mine 3.
That's not how it went.
What happened hold on, man. What happened to the other 3?
They was about grown at that time.
Mm-hmm.
They were grown.
What did you say happened?
We went to my aunt's funeral, and he came down after he brought my little baby, our first baby that we had together. And when I get back from the funeral, we stayed at a hotel. He came and got me from my grandmother's house. We stayed at a hotel and all that good stuff. And when I got back, I had a subpoena at the house stating that I had supposed to have been to court the day of my aunt's funeral, stating that he had me down as my unfit mother. He was paying child support, and he was having a problem by paying child support, $212 a month.
You were smoking it up in crack?
No, I was living in my own house.
Smoking it up with crack?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. You didn't smoke crack then?
No, sir. Not when, no.
What year was this that you weren't smoking crack now?
I can't remember. I can't remember when my aunt died. I can't remember that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But my mother was there with me. Okay. Me and my mother drove down
so
together.
What are you saying, man? What are you trying
What am I saying is he took my kids. He went down there to the courts and had some paper served, not knowing that I did not know that he had the paper served until after I came back. And at that time, and then that's when all my rights had got taken. You know, he was doing this stuff undercover. You know what I'm saying? And my mother is a witness. Hearing? No, we didn't. I did not go to court because he had already went to court the day that my aunt died.
Why couldn't you go afterwards?
Because the proceedings was already over with.
No,
he went to court before he came down to my aunt's funeral.
Did you try it all?
Try it all to do what?
Go to court.
I didn't have to go to court. The papers were served and it was already on the paper. It was already served.
If you get a default judgment, they will set aside the default if you show up and let them know that you didn't receive service or that you did not know that it was to be the court date. But you didn't even bother to go and check.
I called him.
You let it go and you let your kids go because you were cracked out.
No, that's not
exactly
how it
what happened. That's exactly what happened.
He's not going to keep on sitting up
here saying. How the children doing now?
Oh, they're doing good.
Good.
They're doing great.
And you've had them how many years?
Oh, since they was
alone?
Long, yeah.
Okay, you've had them since 2005, raising them by yourself?
Oh, yes.
Good.
No, you haven't been raising them by yourself because I've been paying child support to you, so don't even go there with that.
Will set aside the default if you show up and let them know that you didn't receive service, but you didn't even bother to go and check.
I called him.
You let it go and you let your kids go because you were cracked out.
No, that's
exactly what happened.
Defendant Carolyn Smith is being sued by her ex-husband, who claims 2 of the 3 children he had with Carolyn were born with crack in their systems.
That's what you're suing her for today, child support?
Yes.
All right. How much does she owe?
Right here, $16,000 and
well, get it right. It's $27,000. Get it right. Now get it right.
And $11,000 in interest on that.
She said that she's been taking care of them with child support, but yet. You say get it right is how much?
$27,000.
$27,000. And yet you've been taking care of them.
Yes, and I have my evidence
Your kids even associate with you?
Yes, all of them do.
Thank God.
And they
because
love me
because if they knew any better.
I don't have to have money to pay
Be quiet,
for them.
I'm talking.
Yes, sir.
Coming here with them crackish ways. You gonna talk over me and shake and all that in here. No, you do that with him. Now, what evidence do you have to indicate that you've paid?
I have my paycheck stubs.
How much do you owe?
I owe $27,000.
So
I'm saying I have my paycheck stubs stating that I've been paying child support. Thank you.
But you're being sued. Thank you for not paying $27,000.
Excuse me,
$27,000 you've denied your children, and yeah, they love you and all that, but you don't love them.
Oh,
and
yes,
you haven't showed them any love.
Yes, I do.
$27,000.
Yes, I do.
Excuse me, Judge.
You love crack. You love crack more than you love your own children.
And that's only for 1 kid. I ain't charging them for the other 2.
What?
Yeah. That's only for one of our kids. I ain't charging them nothing for the other two.
I hope your children don't let them watch this because I don't want them to see that their mama loves crack more than she loves them. Judgment for the plaintiff, $5,000. Have a good day.
Thank you. I just want her to spend more time with our kids, and she's a good mother now, like she's been clean for 5 years, so I just want the best for them because they be missing her too.
Well, you should have told the judge that instead of telling him all that other crazy. I still see my kids. My kids called me yesterday. You know, and I talked to them yesterday when I was on the highway coming here. My kids love me, so all that money and to buy them, they don't need that. They need love and attention and affection. Money can't buy love, baby.
No.